10 News begins with breaking news.
A car burst into flames just inches from a series of townhomes.
A neighbor rushed over to put out the fire but got burned in the process. 10 News reporter Travis Rice is live in the neighborhood of Linda Vista tonight. Travis?
Well, crews have cleared out, and the only sign of the fire from the street is that the ground is still wet. But cell phone video shows the moments when neighbors got a little too close. This is what interrupted a neighborhood going to bed in Linda Vista. A car fully engulfed and its flames encroaching into a set of townhomes. Neighbors trying to help, then this.
It was pretty big.
Javier Fernandez may be young, but says he knows better than to get too close to a fire.
I was kind of scared because there's glass popping and stuff.
San Diego Fire says this one was out in 10 minutes. The fire only scorching the outer walls and never got inside. Officials won't say if that's the victim in the video, just that folks should generally wait until the professionals arrive.
People want to help, but understand your limits of what you should and shouldn't do, probably, you know. So, but they were trying to help, and I can't go against that at all.
Again, one person was taken to the hospital after this, and they are expected to be fine. As for the cause of the fire, residents told fire officials that they were working on their car when it started. Live in Linda Vista, Travis Rice, 10 News.
Travis, thank you. We have some breaking news out of Colorado where a deputy was shot and killed tonight. Investigators say that one suspect is in custody, but a manhunt is now underway for two other possible suspects. This happened in Thornton. That's about 20 miles north of Denver. Adams County deputies are telling the public to stay away from doors and windows. And a nearby university was temporarily on lockdown. And now this is a live picture as a procession from the hospital to the coroner's office is about to get underway. This is the second deputy shot and killed in Colorado in just the past 25 days.
There is a new mayor in town tonight, and many in Oceanside aren't happy about it. Just hours ago, the Oceanside City Council appointed its new city leader, much to the shock of many voters. 10 News reporter Anthony Pura is in Oceanside with why council members felt desperate to do something. Anthony?
The city council's move came as a complete surprise to a lot of people that came to the meeting tonight. A lot of them wanted to be able to elect the new mayor. Instead, the council appointed a man that wasn't even in the room tonight. City Hall will be getting a familiar face back with Peter Wise.
Yeah, I'm not a politician.
A mayor appointed, not elected.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Wise spent 7 years as city manager for Oceanside and is serving in a consulting role. But tonight, the city council voted 3-1 for Wise to replace Mayor Jim Wood, who's been absent from city council since May when he suffered a stroke. Many here pushed the council for a mayoral election in June or November. Instead, Deputy Mayor Chuck Lowry motioned for Wise to be made mayor, and the council supported him.
The audience gasped. They were in disbelief that that decision happened so quickly.
It bothers me more that he never ran for any elected position. We have no idea what he thinks about anything.
Lowry explained his thought process, saying Wise understands the layout of the land because he's been city manager, and Oceanside needs leadership. A November election would just be too long to wait.
That would leave us almost 2 years without a fifth person in the city council. When we get to significant decisions, the council splits right away on them.
In this December letter to the city council, former Mayor Wood recommended two people as possible appointments to replace him. Wise was one of them. Wise says it's hard to say no to a request like that. His goal is to finish off Woods' remaining term, then step down.
Part of it was, you know, to honor Mayor Wood. I think there's things that are going to be coming forward that need to have a full 5-member council.
Wise could be sworn in as mayor as early as tomorrow. In Oceanside, Anthony Pura, 10 News.
It's Trevor time. Another Padres great gets baseball's highest honor.
Relief pitcher Trevor Hoffman is headed to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now take a listen as he received the exciting news just this afternoon.
Whether you know it, the baseball writers have elected you to the Hall of Fame.
I appreciate that, Jack. It was awesome seeing you in Orlando. I'm glad we were able to make it happen today.
Hoffman, of course, was surrounded by his family and friends when he took that important phone call.
I think everybody's pretty excited.
He spent 18 years in the majors, spending more than 15 of them with the Padres. What a day.
What an emotional moment that was. 10 News anchor Brian Schlonsky is live outside Petco Park, and Brian, San Diegans all over are excited tonight, including Tony Gwynn's family.
That's right. Well, Kimberly and Steve, San Diego sports fans really haven't had a lot to cheer about these last couple of years. So you can imagine the excitement for fans as they walked around Petco Park this evening collecting these. Equipped with his Padres hat and Tony Gwynn shirt, today a special day for young Wiley Warren.
Got to see Trevor Hoffman.
Wiley and his mom Colleen were in this crowd of people, there to see Trevor Hoffman elected into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame.
First of all, thank you for everyone for coming out.
Wiley's mom says it was about sharing this experience with her son.
That's like the best part. That's why you do it. And I want him to be a Padre fan, and it was a blast.
Her reaction to the news Hoffman was in.
It was a year late. Should have been inducted last year.
The son of Mr. Padre himself sharing that feeling.
It's probably a year longer than I think most of us expected, but nevertheless, it's an awesome moment.
Tony Gwynn Jr. talked to us by phone, saying that Hoffman was a mentor both on and off the field.
I couldn't think of a better human being and a better, closer.
Hoffman, perhaps the only person as synonymous with the Padres as Gwynn.
Standing here, I think of maybe a little bit what Tony was thinking about.
When my dad retired, Trevor was the face of the organization.
So it's only fitting he joins Gwynn and Padre great Dave Winfield, forever enshrined in Cooperstown.
The Gwynn family is very excited for him.
For me to be able to be blessed like this is second to none.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we didn't get quite the cheers that Hoffman did today. Didn't think we deserved them, but it was pretty cool to stand out here on the corner, some of the bars and restaurants surrounding Petco Park, and hear the people cheering, just knowing why we were out here tonight as well. Live downtown outside of Petco Park, Brian Schlonsky, 10 News.
All of San Diego is so proud. What a legacy he's left behind.
Yeah. Good guys do finish first. Thank you, Brian. Congressman Darrell Issa is stepping back from local politics, but the question of who will fill his seat in the 49th district is getting a lot of attention tonight. Today, Issa endorsed Board of Equalization Chair Diane Harkey for his seat. And meantime, Democrats are pushing to flip that chair to blue. It's one of 25 seats they would need to regain control of the House in November. And right now, 5 Republicans and 4 Democrats are running in the June primary. The top 2 vote getters, regardless of party, move on to the November runoff.
Clearly, for both the primary and the general, the eyes of the nation are on the 49th. With such a large field, it really is anybody's game.
Issa also told us he has no plans to run for Congressman Duncan Hunter's seat.
We have new information about a fiery crash downtown involving a Lamborghini. The driver had a blood alcohol content that was more than twice the legal limit. That's according to the medical examiner's report released just tonight. Police say he was traveling at high speeds. He lost control of that Lamborghini and then crashed on Harbor Drive in November of last year.
The parents accused of abusing and imprisoning their 13 children inside their Paris home will not be able to contact them at all. A judge issued the protective order today for David and Louise Turpin's children. All but one of the siblings are being treated for malnutrition and severe emotional trauma. They were rescued after their 17-year-old sister escaped through a window a week and a half ago. Prosecutors say the investigation is still far from over.
We're going to leave no stone unturned. And so if there is more criminal conduct that we uncover during this investigation, we will look at filing more charges.
The Turpins have pleaded not guilty. More than $200,000 has been raised for the children.
Turns out Mother Nature is indifferent to pricey real estate. A new fault line has been identified in California running right through Beverly Hills. Today, the USGS released a final map of fault zones and introduced the Santa Monica fault line. It's about 1,000 feet wide, 8 miles long, and capable of a magnitude 7 earthquake. There hasn't been an earthquake on this fault for at least 1,000 years, but it is still considered active.
The iconic Field of Dreams destroyed, overrun by tire tracks from a mystery driver. Why the vandal may never be caught.
Cars drenched in paint thinner in Ocean Beach, causing thousands of dollars in damage. The silver lining one couple is grateful for.
A mom's $200 diaper bag swiped during a family dinner at a local restaurant.
She looks like there is not one worry in the world.
Her message to the fellow mother who took it.
They're on the way down. We're tracking a cooler end of the week coming up in your 7-day forecast. 10 News is back in 90 seconds.
New tonight, it's a Canvas Kimmel with your friend and mine, Lisa Kudrow.
How does that make you feel?
Very excited. Plus football expert Rich Eisen and music from Bahamas.
What a great time to be alive, you know?
Jimmy Kimmel Live, new tonight on ABC.
10 News Pinpoint Weather. Weather Rate certified San Diego's most accurate forecast.
The Smiths recently maximized the view in their home
using energy-efficient windows from Window World with less frame and more glass.
The Joneses? Well, the Joneses did not.
Right now, get 5 premium windows and a patio slider for only $38.19 installed.
The Smiths got as much or more viewable glass as anyone in the industry at a mere fraction of the cost. Maximize your view without keeping up with, well, you know who.
Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW for a free in-home estimate.
All the news you need the minute it happens. Download the 10 News app today.
As soon as we got a truck, it was a Toyota. And the next one, when our family grew, it was a Toyota. And then when we needed a commuter, it was a Toyota. They're just a joy to drive. You can run them and run them and run them, and they give and give and give.
And now, lease a sleek new 2018 Corolla for just $179 a month. Or you can choose $1,000 cash back.
You know that you're going to get something great no matter what it is that you need.
We've got what it takes, San Diego. Toyota, let's go places.
I've covered stories all over the world as a national correspondent.
It's become somewhat of a health hazard.
It's helped me become the journalist I am today.
And it's our job to tell the stories that matter with passion, with heart.
Veterans gathering in Double
From this amazing place we get to call home.
All right, we want to get back to that breaking news out of Colorado where a deputy was shot and killed tonight. These are live pictures right now. A procession from the hospital to the coroner's office is about to get underway. We had a wide shot out a little bit earlier. It looked like there was at least 100 sheriff's cars and police cars that were getting ready for that procession as it slowly zooms out. The shooting happened in Thornton. That's about 20 minutes north of Denver. Investigators say that one suspect is in custody, but a manhunt is underway for 2 other possible suspects.
Solemn scene in Colorado tonight. And new at 11 o'clock, cars in Ocean Beach doused in paint thinner, a deliberate act causing thousands of dollars in damage. 10 News reporter Bree Steffen spoke to one of the victims about why, despite all of this, the damage, they're actually grateful for it.
She hung up these signs all over the area to warn her neighbors. They're all hoping this doesn't happen again.
I thought it was just condensation on my car.
But this kind of liquid caused major damage.
And I smelled it, and it smelled like paint thinner or some kind of solvent.
Someone splashed it all over her and her fiancé's vehicles parked in front of their home on West Point Loma Boulevard.
Well, I called my fiancé and I said, come down here. Both of our vehicles have been vandalized. He was hosing it off, and then the paint just started to come off.
Whatever it was, ate away the paint, causing thousands of dollars in damage.
When I took it through the car wash, and you go through like the dryer part, I could see little black flakes of paint like flying through the air.
Teresa calls the crime malicious and has no idea who would do something like this to them.
Oh yeah, with the light you can see it. See the drips where all the drips are?
She's trying to figure out how to fix it, hoping whoever did it is stopped soon.
I'm just really sad. Like, it makes me want to move, and I don't want to move. And, you know, just really makes me sad.
She did file a police report and asks anyone with any information to call police. In Ocean Beach, Bree Steffen, 10 News.
Teresa says the one silver lining in her classic car, it was usually parked outside. This time, it was inside their garage. When the vandals struck, it was not damaged.
2 men were caught exchanging gunfire from their cars, stopped at a busy intersection in Florida. Take a look. That happened Monday and was over in just seconds. The silver Lexus pulls up between 2 lanes, firing at that gold Toyota. The man in the Toyota jumps out and fires back over a truck that was just stuck in the middle. Luckily, no one was hurt. Police arrested one driver, but they are still looking for the other. They believe the shooting was drug-related.
And now to a crime alert in Santee. You may not be able to grab a cup of joe at some upcoming special events in the city. A thief made off with the Santee Coffee Corners trailer. It stored espresso machines and generators. The company has 2 coffee shops in Santee, but uses the trailer for city-run events, such as the Active Lifestyle Expo. The owner told us the theft will likely require cancellation of their upcoming appearances. Someone drove right through one of the most famous baseball fields in the entire country, and they ruined it too. A truck driver tore deep tracks through that right there. That's the former movie set of Field of Dreams in Iowa. The groundskeeper has a lot of work to do on the pitcher's mound, the infield and the outfield too. The field's owners are thinking about installing security measures and locking the bridge gate to keep people out after business hours.
People come for so many miles, and then all of a sudden they get here and they can't get in. You know, I mean, we don't want to do that.
Well, the sprinkler system water main might have to be also smashed as well. Repairs will start as soon as it's warm enough. The Russia investigation is getting closer to President Trump. Today, the president announced he wants to sit down with special counsel Robert Mueller under oath. Sources told ABC News that Mueller's team has reached out to Trump's attorneys. They plan to question him directly about the firings of former FBI Director James Comey and National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Reactions from some lawmakers seem to show support for the investigation.
It's sort of proceeding up the chain, it would appear.
All roads, all leads, all lines of inquiry lead to Donald Trump.
President Trump says that special counsel interview could happen as soon as the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Only on 10 News, a local mother is in disbelief after she says another mother stole her $200 diaper bag. Elizabeth Lopez and her family were eating at a La Mesa restaurant Sunday night. They accidentally left their diaper bag and returned for it not long after leaving, but it wasn't there. And then they looked at the surveillance video, and that showed why. A woman snatched it and was seen holding the hand of a little boy leaving with the bag.
She's a mom. I'm a mom. I would never do that to a mom, so I just didn't understand how she could do that.
Because police have not identified the woman as a suspect, we have blurred her face. The restaurant tells us she and her family also walked out without paying. The wallet belonging to Lopez was also inside a diaper bag. Kim just killed a bug, and she killed it well. Hey, check out this amazing pods of killer whales caught swimming near Palos Verdes this afternoon. About 6 or 7 whales breached the water several times and were even seen circling a seal. Orcas are known to be wolves of the sea, and not far from the whales, a group of dolphins jumped through the waves and swam off.
Weather Rate certified San Diego's most accurate forecast. This is 10 News Pinpoint Weather, sponsored by Bath Fitter.
What is it?
Oh, it's dead.
This thing is huge.
She's a killer.
Huge. So good thing we had a tissue box there. In our face as we were trying to read. It looked like a bat here.
Yeah. That was good damage control.
There it is, right there.
I really don't know what it is.
But
you got pest control? Here's the lady right here. She'll take care of it.
Thanks for taking care of it.
I got your back.
We all feel safer now, I think. But turning to weather now, clear skies right now. We do have a chance for some patchy fog to roll in overnight, but otherwise should be pretty nice out there. 54 degrees is your temperature right now in downtown San Diego, humidity at 49%. Temperatures dropping down to 50 degrees on the coast tonight, 44 for our inland valleys, 44 for the deserts, and 39 for our mountains. Tomorrow we're going to be much cooler than what we saw today, 64 on the coast, 63 for our inland valleys, 49 for the mountains, and 71 for our deserts. So we have an area of low pressure passing to our north that's going to bring us a cooler end to the week, 5 to 15 degrees cooler than we were today. For tomorrow, gusty winds for the mountains and deserts. Onshore flow is going to return along with that marine layer, and a slight chance for some drizzle tomorrow. If you're heading out to Torrey Pines where the Farmers Insurance Open, it'll be pretty mild tomorrow, cool 62 degrees. Also pretty cool for Friday. We're going to see more sunshine though, and our temperatures moving back up Saturday into Sunday. Should be a very nice weekend. Over the next 4 days, that slight chance for drizzle for tomorrow. Near average temperatures continue on Friday. Temperatures start going back up on Saturday, and mild to moderate offshore flow for Sunday. Overnight tonight, dropping down to 39 and pretty chilly in El Cajon, 39 in Alpine, 40 in Kearney Mesa, and 45 in Poway. Your 10 News Pinpoint 7-day forecast, 64 on the coast tomorrow. More sunshine for Friday into Saturday. Your overnight lows are in the upper 40s and low 50s. Inland communities, a high of 63 tomorrow, back in the 70s by Saturday into Sunday. We're going to be in the 80s for some of our inland valleys. Mountains pretty windy for tomorrow, but otherwise going to be a very nice weekend once we get rid of all the insects we have in here.
Yeah, we got the bug guts out, so we're good. We are good.
We're disinfected.
Thanks for taking care of
everybody.
Oh, good.
I feel better,
Jennifer.
10 News continues.
And a Tinder fail for one college student. His unique stunt to find his modern-day romance after he swiped left instead of right.
So the satellite went out last night in the rain in the middle of my show. I've had it. We're switching to Spectrum.
Wait, what? Honey? All right, you've got free HD and free primetime on demand.
Yeah, right. Free.
Yeah, it's free.
Get Spectrum TV with superior HD in any weather. Plus thousands of titles free on demand. Just $29.99 a month. Call 844-575-2999.
And you get 100 megabit Spectrum internet.
100? Is that even legal?
Shouldn't you get ready for work?
Get the fastest internet starting speeds for the price. Just $29.99 a month. Plus unlimited nationwide calling with Spectrum Voice. Call 844-575-2999.
Okay, you're all set.
Deal, huh? 1-year contract?
Nope. No contracts.
What happens on Maple Street stays on Maple Street.
Get Spectrum TV, internet, and voice for just $29.99 a month each with no contracts. Call 844-575-2999.
Hyundai has an all-wheel drive SUV for every stage of your life. Urban adventure? That's Tucson. Taking that next step? Check out the Santa Fe Sport. Full-time chauffeuring? Your 7-passenger Santa Fe awaits. And with America's best warranty, whichever stage you're in.
You just saved me from getting a minivan.
Give him some love.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. Get up to $3,000 in total savings or 0% APR financing for 60 months on the Santa Fe Sport. That's how you drive San Diego.
My husband's probably going to think I'm crazy. He thinks I'm going to see my sister.
Sometimes the confidence to be spontaneous starts with financial stability.
Once I heard it, I was shocked. I just thought, I have to go get it. It's our tree.
See how a personalized financial strategy and access to JP Morgan investment expertise can help you. Chase, make more of what's yours.
I just had so much fun designing this line. One thing I was adamant about from the beginning was that every piece really came from a true place of inspiration. I really thought that if we could create timeless pieces in many genres, that everyone could be a part of this and in their own unique way tell their own story. I'm really excited to share with you my line Magnolia Home Furniture and Accessories.
Now available at Living Spaces.
Enjoy breakfast all day at the Broken Yolk Cafe. Whether you like it hot from the oven, right off the griddle, cool and refreshing, or covered in syrup, the Broken Yolk serves all your breakfast favorites. Wake up with the Broken Yolk Cafe. There's a location near you.
A New York nun has spent decades as a foster parent, welcoming nearly 90 children into her home. Sister Jean Morrell has been caring for children for more than 30 years. Many of the children she's taken in have serious medical issues and they needed special care. Some stay for 2 days, others for 29 years. She says it's a busy job, but she wouldn't dream of doing anything else.
Quite a lady. A college student went to great lengths to find a girl that he accidentally rejected on Tinder. Hayden Mall only knew her name is Claudia. He meant to swipe right to make a connection, but he accidentally swiped left. So he sent an email to every Claudia at Missouri State, more than 40 women. And within hours, the right Claudia tweeted a screenshot of the email that Mall sent. And their love story has since gone viral. A clothing company created I Can Be Your Claudia t-shirts and says the proceeds will be donated to the couple's first date.
Just in time for Valentine's. A sweet story.
Yes.
Hey, the Aztecs were trying to stop the bleeding from a 3-game losing streak tonight.
Get a hot shooting performance at Viejas Arena that's giving red and black fans some new hope.
Wow.